Show me the wiggler. Where's the wiggly tooth? Can I see? Is it this one right here?
King.
It is hanging by a thread, Aid.
King. King.
Wiggle your tooth.
King. Yeah, no.
I'm gonna be so mad if he loses it at school and doesn't bring it home.
Yeah. Oval.
Let me see. That was the first tooth that came in, right?
It was just, well, one of those bottom teeth.
Shit.
It's the first one you're losing. It's the first one you're losing. I think it's annoying the crap out of him. Right?
King.
Whee!
King.
Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday. We didn't film anything yesterday. Yeah, today is Tuesday. Which means Mama has to... Oh, I already did it. Okay. Couldn't remember if I put the trash out or not. Didn't film anything yesterday. Actually, I uploaded the weekend vlog yesterday because it was way too long to add anything else onto it, so I just did a 3-day vlog from like, I think it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, something like that. But yesterday, just as I suspected, it was just the physical therapist that was coming yesterday, but of course she called Donna instead of calling us. So we get a message from Donna at like noon saying that physical therapist will be there at 4 o'clock and I will be there too. So, like, what pisses me off so much about her, and I know I've mentioned this before, is that she never comes to visit her mother, she never does anything for her, never helps us out, but the second that something is like, something has to do with physical therapy or like going to rehab at the nursing home or whatever, she has to like stick her ass right in there. So 4 o'clock came, she showed up first, and the first thing she started on, and I remember I told you guys after Christmas, she came over and she had a freaking fit because we had taken down all the, I didn't even do it, Steven's dad did it, took down all the pictures on the mantle to put up Christmas decorations. I had put up the Christmas decorations and then he said it looked like, his grandmother said it looked like crap because there was pictures all in between them, and so his dad took them all down and put them in the spare bedroom. And then after Christmas she came over and bitched that the pictures of her daughters weren't up on the mantle. Mind you, there was no pictures up on the mantle, so she was having a fit over nothing. I hadn't gotten around to putting them back up yet when I took down all the Christmas decorations, and had she come to visit her mother for Christmas or before Christmas, she would have noticed that there was decorations there instead of the pictures. So she came over yesterday, and the pictures of her daughters and her and everything were not there because Steven's dad had taken them with her when he took her up to Vermont. So she goes, and it's even more agitating with her because she has such a deadpan, monotone, soft-spoken, bitchy voice. And the nurse had just walked in and sat down and was like opening her computer and everything, and she goes to Steven, "Where are the pictures of my girls? I'd appreciate if they were up on the mantle. We're still her family too." And freaking I wanted so bad to say, really, you'd never know it because you never come to visit her unless something is wrong. Your kids haven't visited her since like Christmas 2 years ago was the last time she saw them. They don't live far away, okay? They live closer in proximity to their grandmother than I live to mine, and I manage to visit my grandmother almost every freaking weekend. She just likes to play the, oh, they're so busy and important. They're such busy and important people. They don't have time. Bull. I don't know what it is with her in pictures, but it's like, God forbid we don't have a bunch of pictures in the house of the people that never visit her so she doesn't forget them, you know? That's basically what it is. She was all pissed off that there's pictures of Aiden everywhere, which, I mean, we live there, so I'm not allowed to have pictures of my son up? It's pissed me off so much. So then Steven found the pictures and he threw them on the mantle, like in front of the pictures of Aiden, and he's like, is that good enough? You want him right in front of my son? And then she got like all exasperated and was like, I'll talk to you later. And then when the nurse left, she left immediately. Not the nurse, the physical therapist, which the physical therapist couldn't do crap with her yesterday anyway, because she can't walk, she can't move, she can't do anything. This whole physical therapy and occupational therapy is a huge waste of everyone's time. So, yeah, she can't be bothered to stay unless there's someone else there that's saying stuff to her grandma, like the physical therapist or the nurse or whoever else is coming. And then Steven has physical therapy today. I'm trying to get him to cancel it because I don't want to be left at home alone with her. This is like the main thing I did not want to happen on top of everything else. I did not want to be left alone with her because I know the second he leaves, he's going to ask her, do you need to go to the bathroom? Do you need anything before he leaves? And she'll say no. And then the second he drives away, she's going to be like, you need to take me to the bathroom. I can't physically do it right now because she's of no help. She can't even lift herself up out of the chair to get to a standing position on her own. So there's no way. I'm gonna be like, you're gonna have to just go in your diaper and wait until he gets home. I don't know why I'm even doing this anymore anyway. I mean, Steven's dad has agreed to pay him for now, but like, still, this whole situation pisses me off. I just can't wait. It's gonna be such a relief to be done with this family. Like, his mom's side is fine. I have no issues with them. I don't know what is up with his father's side of the family. They're all always at each other's throats. Nobody can get along. Both of the sisters are freaking bitches. So, electric truck in my way, or whatever that is. I don't know what that is. That's pretty much my update. This other aunt pissing us off yesterday, so I don't know if anybody's coming today, because I mean the physical therapist was coming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday this week, and then next week she's only Monday and Friday. I guess it's gonna be Mondays and Fridays, at least they have a set day for it. But like next Friday I gotta take Aiden to his doctor's appointment for his checkup. It's gonna suck that I have to drive there by myself because I hate going there. So, you know how I was saying yesterday how Steven's aunt had a fit that her, the pictures of her and her daughter weren't on the mantle? Well, apparently, she's trying to like team up with the drug addict aunt now against us. These people are so dramatic and over the top, it's so freaking ridiculous. So Steven talked to his dad last night because he's been calling every night to see how she's doing. And he said he got a message from Marianne, which is the drug addict one, saying that Donna called her and was all upset that like me, Steven, and his dad are trying to phase them out of Grandma's life because we took the pictures off the mantle. Like, she did not want to hear that the pictures weren't there because they went with her to Vermont. I'm so sorry that the first thing I was not thinking to do, like, oh my god, I'm so, like, my blood is boiling from this. I don't even know how to word it. But, like, there was a lot going on when she came home. We did not think that the first thing we had to do was put her pictures back on the mantle. But she just thinks we're doing it maliciously to phase her out of Grandma's life. It's like, are you freaking ridiculous? So Steven tried to explain that. I mean, Steven's dad tried to explain that to the drug addict aunt, and she's like, well, that's not the way that Donna explained it. So, I don't know, they're probably both going to be showing up all the time now, trying to, like, force us out. And little do they know, we're on our way out anyway. Good old mom is going to the nursing home, and then we'll be rid of them and not have to deal with these people anymore. I don't know why, like, do they not have anything else going on in their lives that they have to friggin' be so petty and ridiculous? And what gets me is that, like, I don't ever speak up for myself because of all the anxiety BS. So it gives me like more anxiety trying to speak up, but I've got like a whole thing planned out that I want to say if they start again. Like, who do you think you are? Neither one of you help. Neither one of you do anything to take care of your mother. How many times have you wiped her butt? How many times have you gotten pee all over you trying to change her soaking wet nightgown? Like, they have no place to talk. Zero. I don't understand why they're like... It's so ridiculous. And of course the drug addict aunt is just going along with it because, yay, somebody's talking to me again from the family. So that's a good idea, Donna. Get her back in her life and get her trying to steal money again and cause even more issues. I can't freaking wait until she goes to the nursing home. Even though that's gonna put like a time limit on us for... Technically, we can stay there as long as we want because Aiden has a disability and it is illegal to kick a disabled child out of a house. Like, I've read so much about the laws in Massachusetts and everything, and we have a right to stay there until we find another place. And his dad's not even pushing like the 30-day thing once Steven finds a job anyways, which we went online last night and applied him for a bunch of jobs. So fingers crossed that something good comes because a lot of these were really good paying jobs. One of them was like, where was it? It's a little bit further of a drive, but it's for really good pay. So like if we moved out there, then that would be better. I don't know if I mentioned about the disability thing and kicking someone out of a house. But it seemed like, if I did mention this already, I'll just cut it all out. But it seemed like every time we mentioned that, Steven's dad got pissed, and I don't know if that was because he was planning on trying to sell the house and everything, or what. But Steven divulged to me yesterday or the day before, that his dad does not have power of attorney like everybody thought, because they never took care of that. So his grandma doesn't have a power of attorney. She just has the medical proxy, which is friggin' Donna, which is the stupidest thing in the world because she never knows what's going on with the medical stuff. So the fact that she doesn't have a power of attorney, I don't know how all this stuff works, but like she can't friggin' make the decision now to sign power of attorney paperwork because she's got dementia. And they won't let you sign it. I don't know if that's like that everywhere, but in Massachusetts, if someone's already in the throes of dementia, they won't let them sign paperwork for a power of attorney because they can't, like, they're not capable of making that decision. So I don't know what happens with that, but I know his dad does not have friggin' power to, like, sell the house right now or anything. And as mentioned, you can't go selling the house right before you put her into a nursing home like that because you're going to incur all types of penalties. And reading through all the miles and miles of rules and laws and stuff, it seems like the only way she could transfer the house and not incur any penalties so that Medicaid would still pay for her nursing home stay and everything and just go after her money would be to transfer it to either a caretaker child, which Steven doesn't qualify as that because he's her grandchild, so it would have to be his dad, but they have to have lived in the house for 2 years or more. So, like, she can't just transfer it to his dad and not incur a penalty for that. Or there was one other thing, and then the other one was... Oh, the other one was if your spouse is still living in the house, which he died 20 years ago. Or transferring it to a blind or disabled child under the age of 21, which that's never going to fly. She's never going to transfer the house to Aiden, so it just comes back to we need to find Steven a job so that we can move. But we've bookmarked like a whole bunch of houses that are in the price range that we're going for. So I'm hoping that, I know you can't just go find a house in 30 days. That's why I'm saying they can't kick us out. Like, give us some time to get our place and then we will be gone. But it's like, as soon as Steven gets a job, she's got to go to the nursing home because I cannot stay home alone with her. She's getting worse every day. Like today, she's screaming every time he tries to touch her, and he had to get her up to get her cleaned up and stuff because the physical therapist is coming again today. The occupational therapist came yesterday. She's the lady that came all the time the last time. So, yeah, that's where we are today. I cannot stand either one of Steven's aunts. His dad is on my poop list. So, I think a lot of what his dad said was done in like the heat of the moment. He was super aggravated and everything, but you can't forgive that. Especially the whole thing with Aiden. I know he didn't like say anything about Aiden in that argument, but you can see that he has lost interest in him. So I'm gonna shut up for now. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow or whenever something else happens. Okay, can you see the crap on the windshield? That's all pollen. I can't tell if that's blurry or not. There's so much crap on the windshield though. It's like yellow. Now I'm gonna clean it off and you'll be able to see. See it all dripping down? Oh my god. We're a little bit late leaving today. I don't know how we lost track of time, but we make it to school in time. Yesterday, what happened yesterday? Today's Thursday. Yesterday, the nurse called in the morning, said she was gonna come around 12. She didn't show up till 1. We didn't know that she was coming yesterday, but it was the one of the ladies that we've seen a bajillion times before, so she already like knew the situation and everything. Then the physical therapist was set to come at 3. Hold on, I feel like having the window open is gonna make this too loud, too noisy. Physical therapist was supposed to come at 3. I had gone to go get Aiden from school, and then I took him for a burger because he was really good and ate all his lunch, which is always a struggle. His teacher said he ate all his spaghetti and all his other stuff. So by the time I got home, it was like 3 o'clock on the dot, and there was a car parked on the street, and I thought it was the physical therapist was already there. No, it was his aunt again, the one that likes to butt into everything and has an opinion on everything but can never help out. So I get in the house and I'm like, oh great. So me and Aiden went to eat. She was like just talking to them in the living room, and then a few minutes later the physical therapist showed up. And his aunt is so phony. The physical therapist comes to the door and she's like, oh hi, it's so good to see you again. You look different. Did you do something to your hair? And I'm just sitting there saying to myself, you are such a phony bee. So everything was going okay, and then I guess when I had left, the nurse was still there and had set up an appointment for Steven's grandmother for today with her primary care doctor because they don't like the bruising that's on her ankles, and she's been having pain in like her groin area. So she wanted her to see her as soon as possible, and today's the only day she can do it because the doctor's going on vacation for like 2 weeks or something like that. So he's gonna take her today at 2:15. As soon as they said that, Donna's like, why was I not informed of this appointment? I should know about all her appointments. And even Steven's grandma, who's been totally out of it, was like, it just happened. Like, calm the hell down. So she's like, what time is it? 2:15, I'll be there. So she was like gonna meet them there because she wasn't, Steven's taking her obviously. So there was that was like the moment of bitchiness yesterday. And then as she's leaving, Steven had come downstairs to say something to me, and she's like, Steven, I'm not gonna be able to be at the appointment tomorrow because I have to work. It's Thursday. Hey guys, today is It's Saturday. Aiden and I are going grocery shopping. Can you see I got a steering wheel cover and it's pink and glittery and I couldn't resist this, so I got that yesterday. Ah, I had my window open. I just sprayed myself with the windshield washer fluid. I'm gonna go to my grandma's after this, but it's supposed to be like 90 something degrees today, so tomorrow's gonna be 75 is the high, so we'll do that tomorrow. I need to help my uncle cut the dog's toenails. Well, not Zelda's, because her toenails are impossible and they have to take her to the vet for that, because she will... we used to try everything to cut her nails ourselves and just can't do it. She was a rescue dog and she bounced back and forth between shelter and foster home so many times, and then my friend adopted her, my best friend, and then once she moved to an apartment she couldn't keep her, and I'm like, please don't take her back to the shelter. And that was when I still lived with my grandma, so me and my uncle took her. And she's such a sweet dog, but she definitely had some kind of traumatic stuff go on with her feet, because she will not let you touch her feet. Even if you go to poke her foot, she will like snarl at you. So it's not her fault, obviously. It's just something happened to her when she was younger, and so yeah, I have to help him cut Izzy's toenails. I have to bring my grandma some chicken salad that I made, because she's been wanting chicken salad and she doesn't like the way that my uncle makes it. And I have to get Sonic for Aiden, because he's been asking me all week, every day when I pick him up from school, to go back to Sonic. So he finally gave their cheeseburger a try and he loves it. So what else is going on today? I'm gonna shut the window and turn on the air a little bit, because listening to the air is a lot quieter than listening to the wind flapping through the window. Yesterday they had the occupational therapist came in the morning, then the nurse came around, no, then the physical therapist came at like 3 o'clock, and then the nurse came right after her at 4:15 or something like that. So his grandma was doing all right, like comprehension wise, but all day long, and this is an ongoing thing, he has to keep reminding her, do not get up on your own with no one here. And all day long she kept trying to do it. Even like the people are telling her, you can't do that, that's a danger to yourself. And like, if she falls flat on the floor this time, we have to call the ambulance, because I'm not letting Steven pick her up from that position. Like, his shoulder is already messed up, and you call the fire department too many times to pick someone up like that. They've already been called several times in the past, but they're gonna like not come anymore and suggest that she go to a nursing home. I don't know how that works, like they contact her doctor or something like that. But yeah, last night he went upstairs because we heard her getting out of her bed. Like, her bed creaks whenever she moves, but I'm like, she's standing up or trying to get up, and he goes in there and he's like, what are you doing? And as soon as he said that, she like whipped her head around and she fell. She says she was sitting down on purpose, but she fell like into her chair. And he had like an hour-and-a-half long conversation with her about, why do you keep doing this? I keep telling you. I'm saying, like, Steven, she doesn't have her right mind anymore. She doesn't even remember that you're telling her this stuff, so stop wasting your breath. And then he got her sitting on the commode, which is the little portable toilet thing next to her bed. Oh my god. What are you talking about? 60. I'm not going 60 miles an hour, I'm going 34, Aiden. He got her on the commode and he's telling her all this and like, you're like endangering yourself and you can't be doing this and everything, and he goes on and on and on. And then as he's talking about this, she's trying to get up off the commode. And he's like, what are you doing? And she's like, trying to get back to bed. So she's like, the dementia, which, by the way, hasn't even been, like, diagnosed by her doctor, and I don't know why, because, like, the nurse came and asked, is there any dementia? She said, Steven's grandma tells her no, and Steven's like, she definitely has dementia. And then the nurse is like, is it diagnosed? And he's like, I don't think so. So she couldn't, like, write that in her file that she has dementia. So that's like another doctor's visit to get her diagnosed with that. So the way I see it right now, I'm pretty certain that she's gonna end up falling and hurting herself. And if that's the case, it's gonna be even sooner than that we have to leave. But I totally just lost my train of thought. I know his aunt called yesterday to see how she was doing or whatever, and she's like being adamant about putting her outside. And his grandma was eating lunch, and she's like, I'll go out later. And his aunt, you could tell his aunt was getting all pissed off about it. And then she didn't end up getting to go outside because right after they got off the phone, the physical therapist came, and then the nurse came, and then it started raining, so I don't know, there's really not that much else left to update other than she's driving Steven insane with trying to get up on her own. That was the other thing. I ordered a bed alarm, which is like a pad that you put underneath her, like under the sheet, so that every time she goes to stand up, an alarm's gonna go off. Which I don't know if that's gonna be a good or a bad thing, because I don't know how loud it is, and it's gonna scare the crap out of me in the middle of the night. But it's better than like having to keep an ear open listening for her bed creaking, and then Steven having to run up there in the middle of the night. So we're just getting out for a little bit to go grocery shopping. We have like no dinner stuff for the next week or so, so I'm gonna do that today. Go grocery shopping. I'm pretty certain that there's things I forgot to write down on my list, so I have to like go over it before we go in the store, Aiden, and see what I forgot. But I'll shut up and stop rambling for now. I'll talk to you guys later.